I'm going to tell him in Dutch that we're going to go dig potatoes in the garden. Darcy, we gaan groenbären graven in the garden? Yeah! Yeah. Oh, my lambs. Look at this one. He's massive.
Oh, this one is so squishy.
Okay,
beautiful.
That they're better when you peel the skin off, but you don't have to do that.
Good done. Yeah. It's all yours. Good boy.
And I have found, this is actually from my mom, but she always is very liberal with all of her things.
And my favorite toy. Every African mother should have that mix of beans and maize that we used to eat in high school frequently. Now, that one I haven't waived my declarations. I'm not eating githeri again in my life.
Now when it bakes, the flour that's in this mixture will also make, will go down into the fruit and make it kind of thick. So it'll be kind of like a pie filling on the bottom by the end of it. Wow, those vegetables smell yummy already.
Yeah, they do.
Hi everyone, we are going to go out into our garden and collect some yummy things to make supper. So part of growing up, my mom was an avid gardener, and we often didn't buy anything for groceries because we grew everything. And so I'm not nearly as amazing as my mom is in growing things, but I do love growing things, and I love the feel of going out into the dirt and digging up things that we've planted and use them to make a supper.
Marcellus, our son's name is Dos, and you forgot to introduce yourself.
Oh dear.
Charity.
Shall we go for a little ride and go pick potatoes? Are you going to help me dig some?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to, what is called scrabbling for potatoes. That's what my mom always called it.
You're going to teach me?
Yes, because you all...
I grew up in an African village. This is the thing.
Do you know how to do this? You just feel in here for the little potatoes and you don't pull the whole plant.
Of course. But anyway, today I could be your student.
Okay, well you can go on that side then, if you know how to
side?
do them. Just this next hill. Well, so what you can do is you can feel around in here and feel for potatoes, and then you can take them out and leave the plant, and the plant will keep making more potatoes.
So so that's why you don't destroy the plant.
Yeah, so you just pick the little tiny baby ones that are around the plant, and then you leave the plant, and the plant will keep making more potatoes under there.
Good.
For at least the time being.
Good. I think the one that is having the dried leaves over there would tend to have a little bigger. The ones with the stalk that are wilting. That is how we used to know if potatoes have produced good potatoes.
Yeah, when they're like dried up.
Yeah, when they're wilting and drying up. So let's see that one.
Yeah, I don't know if these boxes are not, like, the soil is not very established yet. We haven't had the greatest potato crop.
That was a good one. That's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not like a huge potato either.
Ooh, yep. But we still have some time before they make bigger
Before they
potatoes.
completely
So you have to factor in that we haven't watered these boxes religiously. Then you also have to factor in that these are new boxes and we put in a lot of twigs. So the twigs could be affecting
I think that's
the
probably
formation and the production of potatoes.
Oh, here's one a little bit
that's
bigger.
A good one.
It's kind of like
that's a big one too.
It's like panning for gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, the feel of the soil is just always therapeutic to me. So if you have a place to go rummage around in the soil, it will help your overall well-being.
At least we're having some peppers that are produced.
Yeah, our peppers don't look too terrible. Chowder, don't eat the potatoes.
I've slacked around on watering these plants. but it's not
Which
doing
is what
that.
happens. This is what
Yeah.
happens when you don't properly water peppers. They end up with these brown things.
Yeah. You know what? I'm planning that next year I should set up like an irrigation system so that I don't
Chowder, come
always
out.
have to invest my time in watering the plants. And if I'm too busy, the plants don't have to die.
Okay, and then I'll show you this. What else is over here? These are some of my favorite things. This is an eggplant.
Eggplant. Oh my. That's
And this is a really nice eggplant.
a big one.
Yes. I learned to like eggplants when I lived in Haiti. They made a soup sort of thing, more like a sauce out of
was it called?
eggplants. Sauce. So you ate pois avec sauce. So like
That's
you ate
Creole.
beans and sauce. Yes.
When she was visiting for the second time, I gotta turn this. When she was visiting for the second time, like we traveled all the way from the capital city of Kenya, Nairobi, to Nakuru, and in Nakuru we were to connect all the way to Molo. So my oldest brother came to pick us up, and when we were driving back home to Molo, they started out of nowhere speaking Creole, and all of a sudden I was like, hey, where am I? I mean, that just caught me off guard because my brother had served in was volunteering for the missionaries of the poor, not really volunteering, was working for a Catholic missionary of a Catholic mission called Missionaries of the Poor, and he served in Haiti for about I think 4 to 5 years, and he learned Creole and is really good at that. And you also volunteered at some point in Haiti, right?
Yeah, I actually lived up in the mountains, way up in the northern part of Haiti for 1 year. I ran a clinic. We saw about between 60 and 80 patients every day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so, and there were no English speaking people at the clinic that I worked in, and so I had to learn French Creole. And I said funny things, and I had to use a lot of hand motions, but we got along, and I enjoyed learning it.
Amazing.
But yeah, my mother tongue is a dialect of German.
Oh yes, we forgot about the Pennsylvanian Dutch.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
so that's what I grew up speaking, and it feels funny to talk anything but that to my family. So for example, I'm teaching Doss because I want him to know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell him in Dutch that we're going to go dig potatoes in the garden. Dossie, we gaan groenberry graven in the garden? Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
So we now have a pepper, couple peppers, an
Uh-huh.
eggplant. We have potatoes. We are now going to work on getting some beets.
Good. I'm seeing we even have chilies here, hot peppers.
Yes, we do have
at
chilies. I love those. I string them up and then I use them in the winter. I dry them.
Good. So let's get beets. Let me show you pulling that.
You want to help Mommy pull beets? Oh, my lambs. Look at
that
this one.
one.
He's
That's
massive.
Beautiful.
It is a beautiful one. It's a red one. I planted rainbow colored beets. So some of the beets are dark red. Some of them are white. Some of them are like a carrot orange. It's most unusual and they're really delicious.
Good.
So maybe we'll harvest a
There's
couple
a few
big
that
ones.
are bigger ones in there.
Yeah. I think this is one of the orange ones maybe. I'm not sure. Here's a big one. So if you have something like this and you harvest them, you thin them out, pick the big ones, then the little ones can keep growing and getting bigger. So
Good.
carrots overwintered really nice. And I don't usually let my garden get this weedy, so sorry about that. But it seems to have grown good things anyways. I think that's the end of the row of carrots. 3 fat
beautiful.
ones. So it's kind of like putting a piece of art together for our supper.
This is chicken manure. I just cleaned the chicken coop the other day, and we're gonna be using only this to make our kitchen boxes
Chowder,
fertilizer.
don't bother him.
And that's all we're gonna use. We haven't sprayed anything. Look at how nice these left cabbages are. So what I'm gonna do with those scales, I think they are overdue. They're starting to get really tough. I'm gonna go and give the chickens this today.
Yeah, I think if we cut those off, they'll grow back really nice into tender shoots. So we've got some onions. In Dutch, we call these zwivelen.
Civivla.
Zwivelen. What do you call them in Swahili?
We call them kitungu is one.
Kitungu?
Kitungu is one. Two or more is, the plural is vitungu.
Vitungu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Vitungu. Now, I don't can nearly as many cans as my mom used to when I was growing up, but I remember when we would can in the summer, we would can up to 200 quarts of things. So 200 jars of things, and that's what we would eat in the winter. So I can a lot of tomato things because we use that a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we have a nice crop of green beans. And then we also have corn over there, which is getting close to ready. That's really good if you cut that off and freeze it. And then we have that for our Sunday dinner.
You know what, honey? I just think I saw something red in these tomato stalks.
Ooh, well, let's have a look. Ooh, look at him.
Look at that.
Wow. You know how often I've checked these plants waiting for a fresh tomato from the garden? There is nothing as good as a fresh tomato out of the garden. A slice of hot bread with butter, cheese, and a fresh tomato with salt and pepper.
Nice.
Food of the gods, as you say.
Good. Oh, look at this. Holy moly. Look at this.
What is it?
Look at how big these ones are.
Oh, yes. Then those are my favorite. Those are called
look at
pineapple.
my hands. Look at my hands.
But why
And-
are these limbs falling off?
I think we need to give them better supports.
Yeah, I don't think our wire structures
Yeah.
did very good, did they? But these are amazing tomatoes. These are kind of like a rich yellow when they're ready, and then when they're completely ripe, you're gonna have red streaks coming down through here. They are the sweetest tomato I think I've ever
What
eaten.
did you call them again?
They're called pineapple tomatoes.
Oh, nice. Look at them. I want you to put your hand there so that we can compare my... Look at how big they are.
I mean, I have pretty big hands, so those are pretty enormous. Those are really nice tomatoes.
Holy moly. Oh, yeah.
Are you okay, honey?
Yeah. I'm doing...
Are you okay? You just fell into the shrubs.
That's part of being a country boy. Do you know falling down is healthy and all this for your bones?
Right. I think I'm past that.
Dr. Marcellus.
Dr. Masema.
Look at all these tomatoes. Look at all these.
These are special pears, but they're kind of temperamental. They don't tend to get ripe, and then all of a sudden they're ripe, and then they're too done. So I usually like to pick them when they're not quite squishy
Done.
yet,
Yeah.
quite finished.
I like when fruits are still not well done.
Yes,
And
you
I'm
do.
just
The
tempted to
crunchy
like-
ones. Yeah,
It's good.
it's not. It's not nearly as good as if you wait till they're soft, but
The part that makes it good is how crunchy they are, and the little bit soury part and the sweet part.
okay.
That's how I
Well,
like
this
them.
works out well. You can eat the ones that are not quite ripe, and I'll wait till they're ripe.
Let's go get the peaches and the.
Why don't we
rare
check
plum.
on the plums too? Also, just one thing. This tree was here when I came. It's actually a grafted tree, so half of it is these Asian red pears, and the other half is green pears.
Oh yeah, I think I saw something like that.
Green pears are not as prolific as the purple ones, but there should be green
because
ones.
when we were growing up, we only knew green pears. I was
Yeah.
surprised that this one turned like burgundy or something, but this one seems like these ones don't get big fast enough because they're still very tiny. Maybe we'll be harvesting those ones later. Look at all that. Let me try this. It still has some green. Let me try this. Yeah.
Well,
it's really
even a
sour.
little
We need to-
crunchy for
we need to
you.
let it- we- but the peaches are really like good. Let's go get the peaches.
Okay.
Look at
I'm serious, that's the
that.
most peaches I have ever seen on this tree.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick some that are not quite as ripe, then we'll put them in on the counter. We can put them on I usually put them on a newspaper
Good.
and they keep ripening in the next couple days.
Good. But this one is definitely squishy.
Is it?
Oh, this one is so squishy.
Okay, pick it.
Beautiful. Let's try this one. Ay, 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 ay.
And I think that they're better when you peel the skin off, but you don't have to do that.
Look at that. Look at that.
Woo! I feel like you have a bit more of a sweet tooth than me, so come on, come,
Yeah.
go in.
You like that? Yes.
It's
is it
time
good?
for you to go to bed.
Take it. Take it. Take it. Yeah. It's all yours. Good boy. While she's picking the rest of the peaches, let's go see at Greenhouse Bakery how it's fed on today.
Passing.
So we had bread, cinnamon rolls, peach coffee cake, Max chocolate coffee, chocolate cookies, and delectable scones. So this is where we put all the nice stuff, and this is where we put the bread. So we have only 4 bread left out of about 11, 12 or 15 bread, and we've got all the cinnamon roll gone, about 10 pans of them, and each pan has 4 cinnamon rolls, so that is 40 plus cinnamon rolls gone. Then we had coffee, peach cake here gone, peach coffee cake gone. We had the cookies, Max chocolate cookies here gone. Why is it called Max chocolate cookies? Because that's one of our brother-in-laws, and he kind of like invented his ingredients on that cookie. That's why we decided to call it Max chocolate cookie. It's not called that way, but we decided to call it that way. Yeah, we're so grateful for, I mean, everything has been really amazing. We're so grateful for that. The bakery is working fine, and yeah, we are seeing this growing into something bigger, God willing. And yeah, the community has just been really good to us. Okay, let us wash these vegetables.
We are working on what is called a sheet pan supper, and it's all the things we've harvested in our garden. So I usually just, Marcellus has kindly washed everything really good, and then I just trim up everything, and we'll put it on this cookie sheet with some olive oil. The one thing, one of my mom's things is always that the less you do from the garden to your mouth, the better off you are eating it. So I try not to add lots of extra things, just good clean olive oil, spices, and then we roast them and eat them, so there's not a lot of extra calories. Just good, healthy, fresh vegetables from the earth. Yeah, do you like
Me
stuff
too,
from the garden?
yeah. The tomatoes are just wonderful. I mean,
Did
coming
you eat
off
those?
winter and not yet.
Oh, okay.
Coming off winter and spring, Oh, the tomatoes from the gardens are just unbeatable. Yeah.
And look at this. This is, to me, that's
Oh,
just beautiful. Like, that's
nice.
gorgeous. And so the other thing is that they say that vegetables look like the body parts that they are, fruits and vegetables look like the body parts that they are nutritious for.
Really?
That's what they say.
Good. So which ones would that be for? Which
Beets.
body part?
Well, I think this is for your blood.
Aha, that's why it's red.
Like this deep red. And then this could maybe look like the marrow in your bones, which is where your red blood cells are made.
Aha.
So I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, why not?
You know, my encounter with beetroot, like every time, the first time I ate beetroot was in a high school called Utumishi Academy in Gilgil in Kenya.
Oh.
And that is after we, from Kitale. Kitale was pretty remote and was not, there wasn't so much, I would say it was backwards. So I first ate this in high school.
What did you think about it?
It was amazing.
How did they make it for you in high school?
They made it with, we used to eat a lot of cabbage, ugali,
Oh, yeah, you
which
told
is a
me
mix
that.
of corn and water, and beans. That would be that would be the common food in high school, in boarding school. And most of the time it wouldn't be like the best of the food, but every time, once in a while, let's say twice in every year, they'd put beetroot, and then it would make the cabbage. They will cook it with the cabbage, and steam it with the cabbage. The cabbage would be red, and it would just be a little nicer. Okay.
A little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Did it turn pink?
That was the first time beetroot came to my radar. Then I started noticing them. I mean, I was young, we didn't travel as much, but whenever I traveled in between Nakuru and with Gilgil, the high school, and the Kitale, there'll be people selling this by the roadside in between the colder areas, particularly for you people who know it, Molo, El Ravine, those regions. So whenever I look at beetroots,
All those
it
memories
takes
come
me
flooding
way
back.
back. Yeah.
That's good. My memories of beets are when I was very young, that was one thing I could just not stomach. I did not like eating them. I thought they were horrible. And my mom really liked if we ate everything, you know, from the garden and were healthy. And so one year when we were ordering, we always ordered vegetables out of a catalog. And
What's
that was
a catalog?
like it's a little magazine with all the seeds you could ever think of from different seed companies. So it was a big deal. Like in February, Mom and I would sit down and we'd look at all these delicious looking pictures of vegetables, and I would always get to pick a few things.
So you'd order the seeds
So then
plant.
we'd order the seeds from, it was called E&R Seed. It's actually an Amish company from Indiana that raises seeds. And they always are really good seeds.
Good.
Anyways, and I had such an aversion for beets. So one year we were looking at the beet section, and there was one beet that I forget what it was called, but it was especially for children who didn't like beets. So my mom, we ordered that together, and then when we planted that, well, then I knew, well, I was going to like these because they were for people who didn't like beets. And ever after that, I don't know, I liked beets.
Good.
So yeah, no, the planting garden and buying, like, deciding what seeds to plant, like, that was so exciting. And then I would get to use the calculator from Dad's desk and add up all the amounts, and yeah, it was quite an exciting time to order seeds.
Why would a calculator fascinate you then? Didn't you guys? I presume then you guys did not grow up with cell phones or anything.
Oh
like
no,
that.
I didn't have a cell phone until I was 22 or
What
something.
about your mom?
My mom didn't have a cell phone until probably maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Why would, and that begs the question about technology. Why would most people? I noticed most people, and some of our nieces, nephews, my in-laws, your sisters, some of them don't even use smartphones. They use kind of like a phone that only has messages and you can only call and maybe listen to an audiobook, nothing else.
Yeah, I think for
You
my
can't even send pictures.
no,
Yeah.
I think for my mom, like it's just like it was. She was old enough when things like that came out that it would have. She could have learned how to do it. I'm sure she could have, but I think just the simplicity of not always having, like always having things clattering around in your in your face, like other people's lives, other people's voices. Yeah, she just didn't really care for that, and so she didn't. She never had one. Until like the last 10 years, she has a flip phone because then she can take it with her when she's going walking or something, in case something would happen and she needed help or something. So if you look at this this assortment of beauty from our garden,
It looks wonderful.
it looks lovely.
Yeah.
It looks healthy. It makes you feel nutritious. It makes I don't know, it just kind of blesses my soul to eat good, healthy food. So I wanted to save some to make you some Haitian sauce. So I'm just going to add a little bit to this pan for the sake of our supper tonight.
Good.
A lot of people don't care for eggplant. I really like eggplant. I find it can kind of taste almost like meat if you're not eating any meat. So
Really?
a little bit, I think so.
Do you think that's why the Haitians eat it?
Maybe.
And moving forward, I've been reading a lot about the country of Haiti. I feel Haiti has got a really rich history. It was the first black country that attained its independence, the first black nation that attained. I mean, the slave rose up in a revolution and chased all the plantation owners and decided to declare independence. They even fought the Napoleon army when they came to take the colony. It was called Saint Domingue. It was the
San
richest.
Domingo.
Yeah, San Domingo right now. Oh, by the way, there's San Domingo right next to it. But
There's
it
now
was
the
still-
Dominican Republic.
Yeah, San Domingo is the capital of the Dominican Republic. Good, but Haiti was called San Domingo, right? San Domingue.
I don't know.
Saint Domingue, yeah, Saint Domingue, which is French, if I'm not wrong. And the Haitians, after obtaining independence, called the country Haiti after the natives of that place of that place called the ITs who went extinct. Imagine a whole human race going extinct because of diseases or wars and such. So it's a very interesting history. Right now, of course, it's one of the struggling countries, and its history is so complicated, leading to the crisis that is there in Haiti. And one of these days, I want us to visit Haiti.
You do?
Yeah, I'd rather visit, frankly speaking, I'd rather visit Haiti or Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago, those countries or African countries, than go to Europe.
Well, that might be a good thing, but you might have to go to the European countries too, because I'm kind of from European descent.
Yeah, that's okay. The reason why I say that is because I just want to go promote their tourism industry.
Oh,
That is,
yeah.
if you're going to spend money, and I'm sure the economy. I mean, with the economies there, things will be relatively cheaper than in Europe.
No, I actually would really
Yeah.
enjoy going back to Haiti. I haven't been back since I lived there. So.
Yeah. So let's get back to our cooking. I mean, yeah, that is Haiti. You're also gonna add that to the vegetables?
No, I'm going to make a little dessert.
Oh, great.
But so one thing that was a little different for you when you came is the texture of cooked fruit. So in my culture,
Yeah.
pies are a big thing. Cream pies, baked pies, any kind of pies. I love making pies. At some point, if we can get my bakery to the point where I could make little pies to sell, I would think that I had died and gone to heaven.
Good.
not quite, but I do like making pie.
Ah, nice.
Anyways, and so I think that when you first had an apple pie at my mom's house, it was a little bit unusual for you.
Yep.
And was it just the texture, do you think?
It was the texture, and we never really cook fruit. The only time that I've ever thought of people cooking fruit was when there's been famine, and in the drier parts of Kenya, like a place called Ukambani, there's a lot of mangoes. Okay, so during those times, we used to see people on television.
Yeah.
They were forced to cook mangoes and eat them.
Oh, so it was was it like a punishment or what?
No. They don't have anything else.
Oh, because you said it was a famine.
Mango trees are really big.
Yeah.
And they kind of like even will produce when
it's dry. Yeah.
And they had nothing else and they'd cook mangoes. So to us it seemed really strange.
Oh, and kind of like something like you would do in a desperate, dire situation.
So when I ate first like pies or cooked fruit or baked fruit, I was like, oh man, this just doesn't feel right.
Just feels kind of like the mangoes.
Juicy and cold and nice. So that's it. But I think right now I'm starting to acquire a taste for these different textures.
So I'm just going to make, this is something real easy you can make with any fruit. You can just slice up fruit in the bottom of a baking dish. So kind of any variety. I'm just going to add a pear that's ready, some peaches, and then the handful of blackberries we picked.
Good.
And then I will add like a little crust on the top. You can mix flour and sugar and some melted butter into kind of like a bit of a dough.
Nice.
Or crumbles, I guess you could call it. And then you put that on the top, and as it bakes, the fruit kind of makes a nice layer under there. Then you can eat it with a scoop of ice cream.
Beautiful.
So you may wonder if we're vegetarians. We aren't. But sometimes it's good for your body to give your body a reset from meat, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not such a huge protein fan. A lot of people think protein is a good thing to eat, and it is. But I am very happy with a pan of vegetables.
Good. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Blackberries.
Nice.
I think that looks pretty good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And that's all from our property. Isn't that cool?
No, that's good.
That's really good.
That's cool.
Very cool. Okay, so now back to the veggies. We are now going to add, I like a generous amount of olive oil just because it gives kind of a nice, kind of like a crust or something. I don't know, that doesn't sound very appetizing, but it gives it a nice texture to the vegetables. And then we're going to also liberally sprinkle, this is garlic salt with parsley.
Nice.
I think this complements vegetables really well. And I have found, this is actually from my mom, but she always is very liberal with all of her things. Like lots of oil, or not lots, but a good amount of oil, good amount of seasonings, and it seems like it tastes better. So
Good.
I try to be like my mom, because my mom is amazing.
Could we just sum up like everything that we have?
So we have beets, onions are sprinkled all throughout,
Yeah.
eggplant with peppers, green beans, potatoes, and carrots. And this is all from our garden. Oh, sorry
Ooh,
for
it's
the
smoking.
smoke. I think
We've been baking a lot.
I think the cinnamon rolls ran over a little this
yeah.
morning. So we're gonna put that in, and we're gonna make the crust for our little dessert and put that in there beside there. And in about
Beautiful.
45 minutes, we should have something good to eat.
Good. And my favorite toy. Every African mother should have that. You know what? When we were young, we used to go to we used to call them posho meals. It's typically like a business where someone would have like a big milling machine, and you'd bring your dried maize. We call corn maize, and then they'll you sieve it, and then they'll mill it for you, and you'll pay money. I remember next to our home there used to be one, and the person who was running it, his name was called Munene. And
Unene?
Munene, which Munene is a Kikuyu name. And oh man, those were hard times. We used to live, well, my parents used to live hand to mouth, and so we'd wait for my mom to come from teaching so that she could give us money, like 50 shillings to go buy, because sometimes we did not, most of the times we did not have our own maize, so we'd go buy the maize from Munene, and then he'll mill it for us. And sometimes we did not even have money, so we'd buy it, and then he'd take, let's say, a quarter of it as payment, and we'd mill the maize and then take it home and make ugali. Ugali is like it's a meal from corn flour and hot water. Exactly.
It's actually very delicious.
Yeah, it's good, but to me, I ate it my whole life. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah, but we actually eat that pretty often.
We eat it oftenly because, yeah, especially when we are eating steak, I'm just so used to eating it that sometimes I miss it, even though like
even though when you first came, you were like, I am never
I
eating
made some
ugali.
declaration not to eat ugali again. And another thing called githeri, which is a mix of beans and maize that we used to eat in high school frequently. Now, that one I haven't waived my declarations. I'm not eating githeri again in my life. So I think every African mother would be so pleased to have that kind of machine. They'll save a lot of money. Here in the US it costs $400, but in that economy probably will cost something like 1,000 to 2,000 Kenya shillings. And I was just thinking the other day, man, I could start a business in Africa or in Kenya making those things and selling them in household. It's gonna be so useful. Kids and mothers wouldn't have to travel long distances to go and mill their
well, and you could have
flour.
fresh milled flour. That's kind of the purpose of what I use
exactly.
is that it's freshly milled. Whatever I make, like this is just freshly ground. As the bread is that I bake in my bakery, all the cinnamon rolls, all the stuff is freshly milled.
Exactly.
So.
That's my favorite toy in this house.
This is melted butter, so we're going to pour this into the sugar, flour, and cinnamon mixture. And it's supposed to make kind of like little wet, crumbly looking things.
Good.
Now when it bakes, the flour that's in this mixture will also make, we'll go down into the fruit and make it kind of thick. So it'll be kind of like a pie filling on the bottom by the end of it.
Beautiful.
Wow, those vegetables smell yummy already.
Yeah, they do.
So I've just stirred it around a little.
Good.
And it's ready.
Nice.
I'm excited to eat that. Would you want to get the
too.
plates?
Yep.
And I know green beans aren't your favorite, but you can try and see if you like this kind.
The beets are awesome.
I know. I find beets a lot better roasted. We used to always boil them and then peel them and, you know, put butter and salt on them, but I just find them very delicious roasted. You don't lose any of the juice part.
Why are the green beans tasting so nice today? They've never tasted like this before. I think when you roast them with enough salt to it becomes really good too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Thank you. You know who will like when you do that, right?
What?
My little nieces and
Oh, yeah.
nephews.
Yeah, the little, all our little nieces and nephews, I mean, we get reports that from their parents that every time they're having foods, they're like that.
They want to do like Marcellus does when he's eating. See, it turned kind of into a bit like of a cake.
Nice. I wanted to see
The fruit.
the lower part of it. Ah, nice.
Local made lock meat ice cream.
Yeah.
This ice cream is made like 5 minutes from our house.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nice. I also learned something when I came here. When you're at people's houses, you don't start eating dessert until the man of the house starts eating dessert.
Until the person who served the dessert starts eating.
Oh,
that's
it's not the
that's
man.
the actual rule.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's, I mean, usually the man of the house doesn't eat until his wife has, is eating. So yeah. Okay,
You ready?
we're ready. No, it's not a race.
No. I'm just waiting for to put it in the mouth. Oh yeah. Oh man. That's so good.
You like it?
Super.
I like when the crumbs are real crunchy.
Super. We are running out of film time.
Okay.
This is amazing. I'm gonna finish it in a moment, but let's wrap up this video. Thank you so much for making it.
Yeah.
For making this amazing meal. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you try out the recipe, and yeah,
Guess we'll see them next time.
see you in the next video.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking is the second episode of our cultural differences, we'll be filming it the day after tomorrow, and it's gonna be the first video of next week. Yeah, so I'm gonna be uploading 2 videos every week, and one is gonna be maybe at the
Maybe more
beginning
of
the
our
week, the
current life
yeah,
goings
and then
on.
at the end something else like cooking, what we are up to, and that we'll see what to do. So you opened up the video and I end it.
Sure, we wish you all a very happy and prosperous night.
Bye.
See you later.
See you in the next one.